Dante, and today I'm going to be talking about the new spoilers in War of the Spark. Yep, that's right, War of the Spark, the upcoming set. And that would be the end of the third Ravnica block, because there were 3 Ravnica blocks, each with 3 sets. Well, we still haven't completed the third one, which is now, because it all started with Ravnica's City of Guilds, then into Guild Pact, and into Dissension. Or I think Dissension came before Guild Pact. But then, after that, first it's the first 5 guilds, then it's the other 5 guilds, and then it's all of the guilds. And then there was Return to Ravnica, and then Gate Crash, and then Dragon's Maze, which, it's gonna be all of the guilds. And it was in Dragon's Maze, all of the guilds, and then, and Return to Ravnica, and Gate Crash was the same thing. And now we got Guilds of Ravnica, then Ravnica Legions, and now it's gonna be War of the Spark, which will be the end of the 3-year war of Nicobolus. That. And we got 64 spoilers today. That's right, 64 spoilers. We'll be starting off from 64 down to 1. But actually there's more than 64 spoilers, but some of them were in foreign languages. So I only included the English ones. But what I know is that Giant Growth is returning. Number 64, we got Emergence Zone. You might have realized there's this other lands that existed before, kind of like Emergence Zone, but doesn't sacrifice, replacing the 1 mana with a blue and green mana, and to not sacrifice the land. And then there's also one which was not to sacrifice the land, just 2 generic mana, and then you can cast only creatures with flash. That's right. Simply flash anything for the turn. And do you think Planar Bridge is going to return, or Planar Portal? Because in Emergence Zone we can see a Planar Bridge or a Planar Portal there, with Amonkhet right in the background. Because supposedly core sets do not have a story, but actually in M19 there's a moment that Nicobolus was actually repairing Amonkhet. If you have realized, because of patient rebuilding. Something I just realized. There's actually a story spotlight, story spotlights. They are no longer called story spotlights, just Spotlight Act N. This one is Spotlight Act 1, and they just removed the Planeswalker watermark, because now it's going to be only for promos, open house promos, FNM promos, and store championship promos. There's still store championship promos, despite there being Ravnica weekends. And now this time, instead of being Ravnica weekend, it's going to be called a Planeswalker weekend, which the store championship, for the first time, it's not standard. It's going to be a sealed event with special rules. And the special rules is that you can cast Planeswalkers with mana of any color. So basically, all of your Planeswalkers become Karn or become Ugin. Karn and Ugin are the only colorless Planeswalkers, is that right? But that's we're still on number 64. Number 63, we got Interplanar Beacon, which it's not really just an unknown shores, but only for planeswalkers. It has a special triggered ability, which is whenever you cast a planeswalker spell, you gain 1 life. It's not really that interesting, but what's special is that rather than just tap 1 mana, tap to add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool, we saw this for the first time. Add 2 mana of different colors, but spend it only to cast planeswalker spells. Like it's not gonna be like a D ramp just to color fits. Like if you have only 2 colors mana, or like 1 green and a colors mana, you want to cast a blue spell, like with Unknown Shores, you just have to tap for 2 mana to play a 1 mana spell. But yeah, Interplanar Beacon is just gonna be different, and yeah, later on you can see Ajani lights up the beacon. Yeah, it's special. Like normally the cards say like N mana of any 1 color to your mana pool. They rarely say any combination of colors. Like there's only 2 cards I think that did that. Like choose any combination of colors. But like Manamorphose and Cascading Cataracts. But this one is 2 mana of different colors. Like you can't be the same color. Like mostly it's just they have to be the same color. Now this one can't be the same color, which is so weird. Yeah. Weird, right? Well, that's true. Now we're going on to 62, which is Karn's Bastion. That's gonna be the Planeswalker weekend promo. Like you can get 2 Planeswalker weekend promos. Like I'm not sure if they will be included in standard showdown packs, but that one you can get in like maximum 2 times. Like this specific Planeswalker weekend Karn's Bastion promo, which was spoiled because there's in Planeswalker weekend, if you're playing either the Store Championship Sealed or the 4 Boosters Draft, then you can cast Planeswalkers with any color. Like the color symbols become generic mana. But what's special is that Proliferate is returning. Yep, you can see in Karn's Bastion it says tap for occurs or 4 mana tap to proliferate. So you do not have to. So this isn't really like a Contagion class, but like it could be better than a Contagion class. The difference is that it's a 2 mana artifact compared to Karn's Bastion, which is a land. Strangely enough, it's not an artifact, but there's already 6 artifact lands in the game. We've got Darksteel Citadel, and then the cycle was like there's like 6, 1 for each color, and then 1 colorless indestructible one, which wasn't banned in Modern, but it's still played in Affinity and Affinity Hardened Scales. Like of course, Cascading Cataracts is much better than Darksteel Citadel, unless if you're using Artifact Synergy, Metalcraft, Affinity, because that Contagion's Clasp doesn't tap for mana, but when it enters you put some -1/-1 counter on an enemy creature, and 4 mana tap to proliferate, like Karn's Bastion. Number 61, we got Bolus's Citadel. Bolus's Citadel. It's a free black legendary artifact. You may look in the top card of your library anytime. Like, you know the cards that say like you can play the top card of your library if it meets the certain conditions? Well, Future Sight and Makers of the Future didn't have a restriction. Well, now they're replacing the play with the top card of your library revealed with you may look at the top card of your library anytime, like Precognitive Perception, Experimental Frenzy, and now Bolus's Citadel. They're no longer making you play with the top card of your library revealed. Now, you may look at the top card of your library anytime. Your opponent doesn't know what's on top. You may play the top card of your library, but if you cast a spell this way, rather than paying the mana cost, you pay life. Which is kind of strange. Yeah, right? And it has tap, sack, 10 non-land permanents. Each opponent loses 10 life. Because yeah, with Bolus's Citadel, you'd be casting so much spells. Is it going to be the new Ad Nauseam? I don't know. But it's going to be like an Experimental Frenzy type. Something like that. But you can still cast from your hand with normal costs. The thing is that you can't just, instead of paying life, pay the mana cost. You just have to pay the life rather than paying the mana cost. Like, it's going to be some sort of special Ad Nauseam card, which can actually kill opponents. Like, yeah. And it could combo with an Angel's Grace. Oh! In Standard is now Angel of Grace, not... But doesn't stop you from losing the game. That's the bad thing about Angel of Grace. It doesn't stop you from losing the game this turn. It's not like Angel's Grace, which doesn't let you lose this turn and your opponents can't win that turn. That's the difference between Angel's Grace and Angel of Grace. And Angel of Grace doesn't have split second, and Angel's Grace does have split second. Worship wouldn't save you that way. That's the bad thing. But it's gonna see play in Oloro Commander decks. Yep. There you go. Number 60, we got Karn the Great Creator. Yeah. So it's gonna be like it's a 4-mana 5 loyalty Karn. Like Planeswalkers now, as well as having loyalty abilities, they have either a body effect or a triggered ability. Like, most of them have body effects, but some have triggered abilities instead of body effects. Or body abilities, like, some people call them body effects, others call them body abilities. Yeah, it's the same thing, I think. A body effect and a body ability. Like, but what's special about that one is that it's a one-sided... How do you call that card again? Oh, yeah. One-sided Stony Silence. Yeah. And it's colorless. That's special. And yeah. It has +1 until your next turn, Karn's Touch. Like, Karn's Touch, what it does is, like, it turns one of your artifacts into... one of your non-creature artifacts into an artifact with power toughness equal to its CMC, and until end of turn. Yeah, that's Karn's Touch, but yeah. But there's an original card which was like Animate Artifact, which was permanently like that. Like, you permanently turn it into an X artifact creature where X was its CMC. And -2, it's kind of special. It's like, you may choose an artifact you own from outside the game or in exile. Reveal it and put it in your hand. So it's more like a Coach from the Blind Eternities, but for artifacts instead of Eldrazi. Yeah, like, but everything that says from outside the game refers to the sideboard, unfortunately. So the Spawn Sire of Ulamog combo doesn't work anymore. Like you can't just use Battle of Wits in a 60 card deck, then just use Spawn Sire of Ulamog to bring in 500 Eldrazi's from not Eldrazi's, Emrakul's from outside the game. Legendary rule forces you to sacrifice 499 of them, and since they hit the graveyard, you shuffle them to your library. And yep. Now that's how you get 499 cards into your library from outside the game. But it's and you get 500 extra turns because you cast them. Yeah, that's right. Sponsor of Ulamog casts them. If you pay the 20 mana, which says unto end of turn, you can play any number of Eldrazi's you own from outside the game or in exile, and then just put them, for free. Like it's good. But yeah, Karn isn't that card, and it isn't Coach from the Blind Eternities. Like, yeah. And what's special about Karn and Coach from the Blind Eternities? It's that it doesn't have to be from your sideboard. It can actually be from exile. Like they might think it's gone forever. Well, boom, it's back. I don't know, how did Karn stop being an artifact? Like Karn was an artifact. Like, how is he no longer an artifact? Like, if they make artifacts planeswalkers, then Karn will be one, definitely. Like, I don't know. Number 59, we got Samut, Tyrant Smasher. 4 mana, 5 loyalty, planeswalker Samut. With creatures you control, have haste. And -1 says target creature gets +2/+1 and gains haste until end of turn and scry 1. Yeah, it's very good. Wait, why does it have to give it haste if it already has haste? Wizards, what did you do? Why does it have to give it haste when it already has haste? Wizards of the Coast, why? It doesn't make sense. I think when it gets printed, it's gonna be fits. Yeah. It's very special. And guess what? Samut can be cast with hybrid mana, so it can be played in a mono red deck or in a mono green deck. Wow, you might actually see play in mono green Stompy or mono red Burn for those creatures that don't have haste already, like get through Lava Runner, but sometimes they would have haste. Yeah. Rekindling Phoenix, but Rekindling Phoenix already has haste if it was brought back. And yes, I am not talking about Arclight Phoenix. Arclight Phoenix is totally, it's a totally different card. It's a worse version of Rekindling Phoenix. Yeah. But there we go. That was Samut. Now, number 58, we got Kiora, Behemoth Beckoner. It's a, yeah, there's gonna be lots of 7 loyalty planeswalkers in War of the Spark. Like, yeah, uncommon planeswalkers are appearing. There's gonna be more rare planeswalkers. Like, there was originally 5 rare planeswalkers, which were in Lorwyn. That was before the rarity came out. Yeah, that's why they were rare planeswalkers and not mythic like they were now. And now there's gonna be rare and uncommon planeswalkers, as well as being mythics, which is the Gatewatch, Nicol Bolas, Tezzerets. Yeah, it's a 3 mana 7 loyalty planeswalker. It says whenever a creature power 4 or greater enters battlefield under your control, draw a card. It has -1 to untap permanent. Wow, it's actually kind of good. If you have Karn's Bastion out, you can actually infinite combo with Time Vault. But yeah, that's vintage. Like, why would there be a Kiora deck in vintage? Like, seriously, vintage. Like, we're gonna go far back in time. Well, yeah, lately those podcasts. Well, right now we got the spoilers, but lately the podcasts were being about basically a trip down memory lane. I think, like, it was all about all about the very old cards. Yeah, that's right. The old cards. Well, that was number 58. Now we're gonna go to number 57, which is Vraska. Swarm's Eminence. Oh yeah, wait. Cura also could be cast with hybrid mana. Yeah. And so could Vraska, which is 2 and 2 Golgari hybrid mana, which is 5 loyalty planeswalker. And yeah, whenever a creature you control with Death Touch deals damage to a player or planeswalker, it puts a +1/+1 counter on it. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't even have to. Yeah. And the thing is that if it deals damage to a creature, well, it doesn't get extra power, but -2 is to create a 1/1 assassin with Death Touch, and when it deals damage to a planeswalker, destroy it. Also known as Planeswalker Death Touch, which isn't really a keyword, but it's kind of like a keyword. Like it should be a keyword, Planeswalker Death Touch, because but there is equipped legendary creature, which was on Blackblade Reforged. Yeah, that was special. Yeah. Number 58, no, number 56, we got Kaya, Bane of the Dead. It's a 3 and 3 Orzhov hybrid mana, 7 loyalty planeswalker which says your opponents and permanents your opponents control with hexproof can be targets of spells and abilities I control, as though they didn't have hexproof. Like in Commander, the opponents would have hexproof, but not from you. That's the difference. It still doesn't get past Shroud. It still doesn't get past True Name Nemesis. Well, that's if True Name Nemesis targets you, but if it doesn't target you, well, you can actually still destroy the True Name Nemesis. And for -3, it has its Zaltar creature. Yeah. So basically, it can, without proliferation, it can just exile 2 creatures and then sit as a 1 loyalty planeswalker, stopping hexproof. It could actually be in the sideboard of black or white or black and white decks to stop Leyline of Sanctity, but that's too expensive in modern. Like it's like 6 mana is a bit too expensive. Well, that's unless if you're playing a Titan Shift deck, but Titan Shift uses red and green, not white and black. Yeah. That was 56. Now to 55. We got Invade the City. Yeah, Invade the City might actually be a card in Arclight Standard. I'm not sure if it's going to be in Modern. Like, the thing is that Arclight Phoenix in Standard plays Crackling Drake, but not Enigma Drake, because what's special about Crackling Drake is that, well, it's 4 mana, but it counts for exile and graveyard. It's 4 toughness, and it draws a card when it enters that field. When Enigma Drake is actually 3 mana, it's free. It doesn't draw a card. Easier to cast, actually, because the thing is that Crackling Drake is 2 blue, 2 red, when Enigma Drake is actually 1 blue, 1 red, and it says, and it's only for graveyard. Well, Invade the City is a 3 mana sorcery amass Ets, where Ets is the number of instants and sorceries in your graveyard. So yeah, there's gonna be a new creature type called Army, which says put Ets +1/+1 counter on an army you control. If you don't control one, create a 0/0 zombie army creature token first. Not sure if they didn't spoil any new army creature, but there is gonna be zombie army tokens. And yeah, of course there's changelings, like from way back, of course. And Mistform Ultimus, which also came from way back. Yeah. And yep, Mutavault, which was actually an old card, but yeah, it was in a GP promo last year actually, in 2018, and I got it. 2 of them actually. Yeah, Death greeted the world with a roar of desert air. What? I don't know. It's kind of cool, the new amass mechanic and proliferate returning. But now to 54, we got Dovin's Veto, which, yeah, it's gonna be an FNM promo. And so white and blue instant can't be countered, counter-type non-creature spell. In white blue decks, or in Esper decks or Jeskai decks, it's actually going to be better than negate, because you just replace 1 generic mana for one white to actually make this uncounterable. Like, it's another example of an uncounterable counterspell is Overwhelming Denial, which, yeah, it's 2 and 2 blue, but for Surge it can be 2 blue actually, which is special. But a Mind Break trap can counter anything. Now to 53, we got Cruel Celebrant, which might actually be some sort of new Blood Artist, something like that. No, not Blood Artist. I meant some sort of cutthroat, like it was an ally, like it was one of the best allies. If you want to find out the top 20 best allies, you can actually subscribe or follow, subscribe, like, follow, and just watch my top 20 best allies podcast. But yeah, that's Cruel Celebrant, which says it's a 1 white and 1 black 1/2 vampire. Actually, I just noticed recently it's a vampire. Whenever Cruel Celebrant or another creature or Planeswalker, that's the difference between the other card. It also triggers for Planeswalkers. Each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Zulaport Cutthroat. That was the name of the old card, which was which is in the top 20 best allies, and now it looks like it's returning because of Cruel Celebrant, but it's just white black when the Zulaport Cutthroat is just black. Number 52, we got Time Wipe. Wow, another white-blue board wipe. We got, we got, how do you call that? Supreme Verdict, which was 1, 2 white and a blue. And simply, Time Wipe can be countered. It just puts 1 extra mana to bounce one of your own creatures before destroying all creatures. And also, it can be countered. That's the weakness. Well, number 51, we got widespread brutality, which it's gonna be a new. It's gonna be a red-black board wipe. It's one black and 2 red. Sorcery, amass 2. Then the army you amassed deals damage equal to its power to each non-army creature. If there's gonna be an army with Death Touch, then no, not Karn. It was gonna do synergy with Vraska because it was gonna. No wait, yeah, it's gonna kill all other creatures. But yeah, a 2/2 army can still kill some stuff, but you just want a big army to actually widespread brutality it, and then just smash everything else. Kind of like Dune Blast in a way. Yeah. Remember, Twitch spectators, remember to follow if you want to see a cool animation, a running zombie GIF, and if you want the stream bot to welcome you, then put exclamation mark hello into the chat, and the stream bot welcomes you. Simple as that. So yeah. That was widespread brutality, number 51. And time to go to number 50, which is Ronas Apex Hybrid. It's kind of hard to see. Oh, it's two green and a blue, 4/5 legendary human mutant. Mythic, yeah. Flying trample. Whenever entered battlefield, put 2+1/+1 counters on another target creature you control, and when he dies, proliferate twice. Yep, twice. Now that's gonna grow some planeswalkers. Also, yeah, it's very good. The proliferate mechanic. Be the 4th Nyth visit in the game, and what's special?